Greetings, loved ones. In doing research for materials to share with you for this program, I came across a great booklet by Stop It Now called Let's Talk, Speaking Up to Prevent Child Sexual Abuse. I would like to share with you today as the information contained within this booklet is extremely helpful for those who desire to protect children. This is our second of several episodes on how to speak up to prevent child sexual abuse. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button, notification bell, and share these messages with others. You could save a life. So allow me to give you a brief recap from our previous episode. A concerned father says, "It will be hard to talk with him, but if I don't have that talk, I would always wonder whether I did everything I could to protect my son and the children in this neighborhood." Talking about sex is never easy. Talking about sexual abuse is even harder, especially when you care about the people involved. Maybe you are worried or concerned about a situation that has some kind of sexual energy feeling to it. Something you have seen or heard just does not feel right. Learning how to talk about your concerns can help protect a child in your life. It can also make a huge difference in the life of an adult, teenager, or child who needs your help. Stop It Now has found that when adults talk to other adults about the way someone acts with kids, the talk has made a difference in their lives. So this teaching will help you talk about your concerns. Adult-to-adult discussion is the best way to start making changes. So let's continue with the discussion. Number 2, learn more. You may be thinking to yourself, maybe the things I've noticed are normal. In order to know what's normal and what's not, you can learn about healthy sexual development of children at different ages. Although it may be scary, also take the time to learn about the warning signs in a child that could tell you that he or she was sexually abused. Lastly, learn the warning signs in adults or teenagers that show they may be abusing or at risk to sexually abuse a child. These are the signs that you may have already seen in them or in their interactions with the child. Number 3. Begin a journal. It often helps to write down what you've been seeing or hearing, even if it seems like nothing. Each of your journal pages should include what you heard or saw, when it happened, where it happened, and who was involved. When you talk with someone about their behaviors, it can help to refer back to what you wrote about in your journal. Number 4, find an ally. Before you begin a conversation about what you have seen or heard, it can be helpful to talk with someone else who knows the other person well. A family member or close friend, they might share your concern. You also might hear something like, "Mind your own business," or "Don't start trouble." These responses don't mean that your concerns aren't real. The other person may need time to get comfortable with the subject, and you may need to ask more questions ask more than one person to find someone who understands. It is helpful to know at least one person who cares about you, can talk with you about your concerns, and who can offer you support. So let's discuss healthy sexuality in children. This focuses on adults talking to other adults. We know that sometimes a child or teenager can sexually abuse a younger child, and you may need to talk with your son or daughter or other young person who may be sexually acting out. Use the same guidelines for adults, but talk in a way that a younger person can understand. If you want some suggestions, call the Stop It Now toll-free helpline at 1-888-PREVENT. That's 1-888-773-8368. So number 5, think about what you want to say. Think about what messages you want to get across. Choose just a couple of the most important points for your first talk. You may want to say that you care and let the person know you are open to talking. You might offer to be a resource to the person and the family. If all the people involved are members of your family, you may also want to talk about what you've seen or heard and set clear boundaries for the family about privacy. One of the helpline callers says, "It was so helpful to practice this conversation with you. I can't imagine talking to my friend without having talked it through with someone else ahead of time." Number 6, practice saying the words out loud. You need to be able to describe your concerns about the sexual behaviors you see. Remember, no one finds it easy to talk about behaviors towards children that may be sexual. If you have found an ally, you might ask that person to help you practice your conversation ahead of time. If you don't have an ally yet, practice what you want to say out loud to yourself. It might feel strange at first, but if you've heard yourself saying the words, it'll be a lot easier to say them to someone else. Number 7, choose a time and place to talk. Think about where you want to have this conversation. Choose a place that is safe, comfortable, and relatively private. Then ask the other adult if he or she can meet with you. This sounds formal, but it could be as simple as, can you stop by for coffee and a talk tomorrow morning? What time would be good? Or, let's talk after the kids go to sleep. If you are unsure of what to say or how to say it, you can call Stop It Now's toll-free helpline. Their trained staff members can help you get focused and practice. They can also give you resources to have available in case the person you're talking to wants help right away. The helpline is available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The toll-free number is 1-888-PREVENT or 1-888-773-8365. This information is available in the video description. According to the CDC, over half of all the children in the world, as 1 billion children ages 2 to 17 experience violence every year. The question is not if you will encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. Micah 6:8 says, He has showed you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To do justice, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. And if you're a victim, I want you to know there is a way out. It is not your fault. Abuse is not love. You are not alone. If you're suffering violence, reach out to someone today. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. If you know of a child or other person suffering violence, tell the authorities. In our next episode, we're going to continue discussing how to speak up to prevent sexual abuse and how to have the talk with your children. Until then, God bless you.